What a way to kick things off here tonight with a rematch from TakeOver. Mojo Rawley getting set to take on Bull Dempsey and Jason Albert. Mojo is focused.
I tell you what, most men couldn't get back up after the beating that Bull Dempsey put on him. But Mojo Rawley is here, he's still hyped, and he's ready to fight.
Well, someone's still trying to silence Mojo Rawley.
Mojo is saying after TakeOver that it wasn't his first setback. But no matter what, he is here to fight.
And his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, weighing 304 pounds.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Look at this.
Here we go, Mojo wasted no time, baby.
You know what? This is exactly what happened at TakeOver, and it didn't pan out for him.
I tell you, I was talking to Bull Dempsey earlier. I asked him what he thought about this match. He was angry, but he was happy to do it again.
Have
He was
you
happy
ever
to
seen
beat
Bull
down.
Dempsey happy? He's always angry.
But what about Mojo Rawley right here? You see the look of determination on his face. Bull Dempsey decimated Mojo at TakeOver 2 weeks ago.
And as soon as that ended, Mojo Rawley called out Bull Dempsey, said, I want you again.
You know, I thought that Bull Dempsey had a chance to maybe teach Mojo a lesson.
What an impact.
Looks like he's here to teach a clinic today.
No.
Mojo Rawley flat down on his back, and
not
here
again.
goes Bull Dempsey to the top rope. Whoa! My goodness, what an impact!
How devastating.
Bull
Twice.
Dempsey
Here's your winner, Bull Dempsey.
just cleaning up Mojo Rawley again, Jason.
Bull
A
Dempsey
man
ain't
that
got time
big.
for that.
A man that big is not supposed to be on the top rope, and Bull Dempsey scales it with ease. Look at that smile right there. That's a face right there that only a mother could love.
I think a mom would be scared.
I got plenty left to give, Mojo.
Mojo Rawley is still feeling the effects after that beatdown by Bull Dempsey. Well, hold on, guys. Here comes Tyler Breeze.
Is it my eyes when you look at me? They are so gorgeous, they'll set you free. Could it be my walk or just my stare that makes you freeze?
Well, we know that Tyler has a match, but
Super good
I don't know that it has to do with this.
Mojo just kind of brushed Tyler Breeze aside, and look out!
Come on.
no!
Come on, Tyler.
Tyler
What's Mojo
Breeze.
have to do with Tyler Breeze?
Well, obviously, Tyler's very angry. He wasn't able to get it done 2 weeks ago, and I think he feels slighted.
It wasn't Mojo's fault.
Yeah, but that does strange things to a man when you're so close to grasping gold.
Tyler Breeze taking out his frustration on Mojo Rawley. Can he get it together? Breeze is in action next.
By the gods without a flaw.
This world of ours is bigger than life. It's gritty, it's fantastic, it's intense. We traveled the world and we've entertained millions. The greatest experience of my life. I live for this, and I love this.
There's two types of people in this world. People like me and people like you. Understand, I'm a whole different breed. Now it's up to my kind to destroy your kind. You can't fight fate.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Already in the ring, making his seasonal residence in Helsinki, Finland, weighing 205 pounds, Tyler Breeze.
What do you think is going through the mind of Tyler Breeze? Look at what happened right before we went to break, guys. It's an a blindside attack by Tyler Breeze.
I'm going to say Tyler Breeze took exception to Mojo Rawley being on the same ramp as him, and he doesn't take into it lightly.
In Mojo's defense, Tyler came down here prematurely.
Hey, listen, when you're done, exit side ramp, get out of here. Next guy's in line.
Unbelievable attack by Tyler Breeze on an already
His
injured
own face
Mojo
on
Rawley.
the back of his phone.
And his opponent from Cape Town, South Africa, weighing 215 pounds, Justin Gabriel.
I tell you what, I would not want to be Justin Gabriel right now, guys. Tyler Breeze is angry. He had so many opportunities. He looked great and still didn't get the job done.
The problem is, it doesn't look like he cares who he's taking his aggression out on tonight, and that man right there looks to be the main target as of now.
Something seemed to snap with Tyler Breeze, and you think back to that fatal four-way matchup. How many opportunities did Breeze have to win? He pulled out the supermodel kick. He pulled out the beauty shot. He just couldn't get it done.
Also, keep in mind that he was originally supposed to be just a #1 contender. He wasn't looking for a fatal four-way.
Tyler Breeze, that match did not favor Tyler Breeze.
From the get-go, it didn't.
So here we go. Justin Gabriel, Tyler Breeze, one-on-one. Tyler Breeze probably still thinks that he deserves a one-on-one match with the champ. He's taking out that aggression right now.
I am sure that Commissioner Regal is watching this right now and may grant that.
We've seen that chip on Tyler Breeze's shoulder before, but this is new level.
And this is where Tyler Breeze is losing it right now. He
It's
needs to stay
arguing the ref.
focused. Don't worry about the referee, Tyler. Worry about Justin Gabriel. Oh! May have
That's exactly
telegraphed
what
that
you're
a little
talking
bit
about.
right there. May have telegraphed that a little bit.
Gabriel attacking the knee of Tyler Breeze.
Justin Gabriel needs to get things going too.
Face plant right into the mat. Gabriel going for the win here. Trying to put away Tyler Breeze in a power out at one.
I don't think Tyler Breeze is going to go down without a fight tonight.
I tell you, Justin Gabriel also needs to get back on the right track. Last week, he faced Hideo Itami in his debut and did not come out on top there.
Both men need this victory.
Tommy looked fantastic in his debut until that attack by the Ascension. Gabriel, cover here, power out at one again.
Could you imagine the anger that Tyler Breeze is feeling right now? He's had so many opportunities, and here he is.
I'm going to say he's not feeling anger right now, Renee. He's feeling Justin Gabriel's kick to the back of his spine. That's painful.
Renee, sometimes you're just so blinded by anger, which is what I think Tyler Breeze is probably feeling coming into this matchup.
You don't feel that pain.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, going into a match full of rage and full of anger, you are bound to make a mistake. Tyler Breeze needs to stay focused.
You end up making some of those small little mistakes when you just.
Justin Gabriel looks like he's having a bit of fun here.
I don't know if I'd be gloating right now with someone like Tyler Breeze.
After we saw him just do to Mojo Rawley?
What we've seen Tyler Breeze do in the past, he can pull that beauty shot out from absolutely anywhere, at any time.
That could be it. That could be
Cover
it.
here, Gabriel for the victory, and Breeze able to stay alive.
Those are those small mistakes you talk about when you're angry, not fully paying attention.
Gabriel needs to keep moving forward now, Gabriel. Let's go.
I think he's taking too much time with Tyler here.
I don't know. You know, we'll find out right here. Justin Gabriel, where he is so comfortable on that top rope.
Daredevil to the top rope.
No 450 splash today.
Look out. Oh! Gabriel again now.
Oh, I've been on the receiving end of this before, and this is not fun.
Cover here off the springboard. Trying to put away Breeze it again.
I'll tell you, hats off for Tyler Breeze. That move right there will take the air out of you. You don't know where you are.
I mean, if any superstar's been able to change someone's perception of them, it's been him. Everyone thought he was just this beautiful model, but that's not the case with him.
I agree. I think when he finally sniffed that NXT championship and what it could do to his career, we saw a different side of Tyler Breeze.
Justin Gabriel trying to put away Breeze here. Side slam. And again, Gabriel going to where he feels comfortable. But again,
Gabriel's
Jason
very much in control here tonight.
maybe taking too much time. Breeze is flat on his back. Gabriel at the top rope.
Oh!
450 splash. He's able to recover.
Oh!
Supermodel kick. And there it is, the beauty shot. Out of nowhere, Tyler Breeze with authority picks up the win.
Here's your winner, Tyler Breeze.
A very resilient Tyler Breeze. It was all Justin Gabriel and Tyler Breeze tightening up the boots and
You know,
got the 1, 2, 3.
Tyson Kidd has said before he doesn't think Tyler Breeze has a pain threshold. He proved very different of that
Tell you
tonight.
what, I agree with you there, Renee.
What a win for Tyler Breeze tonight, and Justin Gabriel had that match well within his grasp. Take another look at what happened here in the closing moments of this one. Jason Albert, Gabriel to the top rope.
I'll tell you what, Tyler Breeze moving out of the way, well scouted.
Running
right into the supermodel kick.
And the beauty shot combination, the 1, 2, 3. What a win for Tyler Breeze, and I think you're right, resiliency is what Tyler Breeze has proved he is all about as of late.
Piercing eyes and a chiseled jaw. Molded
Sorry to
by
ask you
God.
for this, but I'm busy. There's a lady out the back and she has some lovely paleo treats for me, and she makes me a lovely spot of white tea with some raw honey. Will you get that for me?
sure, no
please?
problem.
Thank you.
Excuse me for interrupting.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Mr. Regal. I wanted to come to you and ask you for a favor, and I don't want Tyson knowing that I'm even coming to you to talk to you about this, but I was wondering if there was any way that you could grant him another chance, another opportunity to have a match with Adrian Neville.
Please tell me why I should give him another chance. This is not the first time that he's been beaten by Adrian Neville, is it?
But it was a fatal four-way that he lost the last match.
Yes, and he was the man that got pinned.
But he really deserves another chance. I feel like he can prove himself with just one more opportunity.
Okay, I'll give him another chance.
Okay.
But it's his last chance.
Okay.
If Tyson Kidd can't pin Adrian Neville, he will never face Adrian Neville as long as Adrian Neville is champion. Do you understand that? It's his last shot at the NXT Championship.
Yes. Yes, sir.
What a main event we have here tonight on NXT. The Ascension will get their rematch against the Lucha Dragons. The NXT Tag Team Championship is on the line in our main event.
All she wants to do is hug the NXT Women's Championship. But first, Bayley must go one-on-one with the bedazzled one, Alexa Bliss. A battle of NXT's most beloved divas up next.
Rated T for teen.
Glitter, glitz, sparkle, bliss.
The following contest is a Divas match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss.
NXT continues here tonight, and there is, well, Renee Young. I think you've called her the fairy princess before of NXT.
Look
Alexa
at her.
Bliss.
She's adorable. She's glitz, she's glamour, but she can also punch you right in the face. I love that.
But
What a great
she's
combination.
not Bayley, Renee. She is not Bayley.
No need to play favorites over here.
I like the hug, and I want to be hugged.
Yeah,
Brennan, I might hug you.
yeah
Oh,
come on,
no.
guys. No.
Well, guys, you think back a couple of months ago in the NXT Women's Championship Tournament, Alexa Bliss in her debut defeated Alicia Fox. And what an opportunity here tonight as she gets set to take on Bayley.
I'll tell you what, Bayley, though, is on top of her game. But Alexa Bliss, I tell you what, she can knock off Bayley if Bayley's not careful tonight. Oh, I love this song. I get excited. I feel it. I start tingling.
Go up there. Go up and give her a hug. Do it right now. I dare ya.
I just want to hug her.
Would you sit
she didn't
down
even
and...
notice me.
Oh, there you are.
She
All
didn't
right.
even notice me.
Well, Bayley's set for action tonight. Oh, there they are.
Oh, the wacky wavy people.
Look how good that looks. She's got her streamers ready to party.
Bayley coming off a very tough loss at NXT TakeOver. Fatal 4-way to Charlotte, but what a match that was.
What a match. You know what? I'm going to say it. I actually feel bad for Bayley. She feels like she let the fans down. Her mom was there. She let her mom down, and she said that she is going to win the NXT Women's Championship for that little 5-year-old girl that was there to cheer her on
But you know what?
2 weeks ago.
As emotional as that match was for her against Charlotte, look at her now. It seems that she's dusted herself off and she's ready to start over.
Although she lost, I guarantee you that was a huge confidence booster to be able to take the champion as far as she did.
Sure to respect that night from Charlotte.
Absolutely.
So here we go, one-on-one action. Alexa Bliss and Bayley set to go. And I think Bayley probably earned a lot of respect, not just from the NXT universe, but I think within the locker room as well, Renee.
Of course, if you have the Divas champion, the NXT Women's champion, she's going to come out and stand by your side when Sasha came out to attack Bayley. That says a ton.
When the champion, you earn respect of the champion, that says a ton. And Charlotte is on top of the food chain.
Charlotte's always been on top of the food chain. She's born that way.
Bayley and Bliss is trying to feel each other out early here in this matchup.
It's a pile of adorable right there.
A pile of adorable.
I don't think I've ever heard that strung together before. A pile of adorable. This ought to be an interesting matchup as Alexa Bliss still trying to cement herself in the women's division here at NXT.
She is, but you know, what she doesn't have in size, she does have in speed and agility.
I'll tell you what I love about Bayley is Bayley takes no one for granted. She respects everyone. And that is why I think this will be a great match because she understands what Alexa Bliss is capable of.
And she
Bayley
also
going for the victory here. Hook of the leg and a power out at 1.
Both of these divas have a huge fan following here at NXT, and Alexa Bliss actually reaches out to her fans.
Oh, look at Alexa here. Look at that sunset flip. Going for the victory, trying to put away Bayley.
She reaches out to her fans to help you.
Another pinning combination. Bliss unable to close out Bayley
Alexa
here.
Taking it to Bayley.
She have in mind right here. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Head scissors takedown. Alexa Bliss.
Being a former gymnast allows her to easily pull off moves like that.
I think Bayley's actually impressed.
Jason, I talked to Alexa a little bit earlier today. She said she's been studying a lot of Lucha Libre.
Yeah.
Look at that. You see that?
High five.
They high-fived each other.
Mutual
I love
respect.
that.
That's
I love
what this
that.
is about.
Bayley trying to regain control.
You know, another diva that has also studied Lucha Libre
Oh.
is Lita. And look how that panned out for her.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
Oh, shoulders are down there. Bliss. In the clutches of an armbar. Bayley picked nothing away from her. She knows her mat wrestling as well.
Of course she does.
You know, I love the high fives and all. I like the good sportsmanship, but don't lose sight of the prize right now,
Absolutely.
and that is getting the 1, 2, 3.
You're right. Who do you think needs this win more?
Oh, Bayley, absolutely.
Good arm drag takedown by Bayley. It doesn't appear that the wind has been taken out of her sails since that loss.
No,
at
and that's
TakeOver.
what I'm saying. She looks great. She's able to just dust herself off and pick back up where she needs to be.
Champions have short memories. I say it all the time. In my mind, Bayley is a champion. She learned from that mistake, and she won't make the same mistakes twice. I feel like she executed her game plan pretty well against Charlotte.
Look at this. Pinning combination by Bayley trying to put away Alexa Bliss.
Oh, look at that.
Look out, Bayley trying to roll her over for the victory here. And Bliss again able to stay alive. I mean, this has been pinning
This is a fan
combination
favorite.
after pinning combination.
No, Alexa Bliss has actually had that crazy different hair since middle school.
There goes little
Look at
Alexa,
that,
baby.
Bliss with a drop kick. She said she's
on
never
the
been
field.
afraid of being different. Look at that. Trying to go for the double knees, but look out, Bayley with the Bayley to belly.
Here we go.
That's an important win for Bayley.
Here's your winner, Bayley.
Well, you said it. Bayley needed that win. It was so important for her.
But you got to see the mutual respect between those
There you
two.
go,
and
right
see
here.
it
Look at
again
this.
right now.
Checking on Alexa, making sure she's okay. Oh, what do we get to hear now?
Charlotte, will you come out to the ring, please?
Gotta figure Charlotte was watching this match.
Well, there is the NXT Women's Champion. And guys, when you think about what happened after that match at TakeOver when Sasha Banks attacked Bayley, Charlotte was there, pulled Sasha off of Bayley. Was that a sign of respect for Bayley, or was that maybe just more Charlotte being annoyed with Sasha?
No, that was absolutely a sign of respect. Charlotte said that Bayley earned her respect tonight. She said that in the wrap-up show for Fatal 4-Way.
I'm gonna say it was respect and a bit of annoyance too.
Charlotte, ever since NXT TakeOver, I have not been able to sleep. Like literally, I let myself down. I let everyone here in the NXT universe, I let them all down. My mom was at NXT TakeOver and she watched me lose. I am asking you to give me another chance to beat you for the championship. I want a rematch.
Bayley, you didn't let me down. You finally earned my respect. But the second verse will be the same as the first. I'd be honored to face you again. See you next week, kid.
Wow.
That is gonna be incredible.
Bayley and Charlotte. Next week, the Women's Championship is on the line on NXT.
We're here at the Performance Center.
Get in there. Yo, what's up with the camera, bro? All of a sudden you Spielberg? I don't get it. Listen, Carmella, I mean to ask you, why in the world would you tell people you're my sister?
Hello, I was just trying to get in the building.
Okay, I can appreciate that. Of all people, I can appreciate something like that, but you know, it could make things awkward for us in the future. You know,
In your dreams, Enzo, please.
Maybe in your dreams.
Hello? Where is the ring? Where's the ring, Enzo? I want to get in the train. I want to knock these chicks out. Come on.
Carmella, you ain't getting in the ring.
Why not?
First, you gotta get in shape.
Get in shape.
I mean, you're not exactly built like a pear, but you're a hairdresser. You're a hairdresser, huh? Not exactly diva, huh?
Not diva, huh? Okay.
You can't be talking like that to women, bro. It's not how to go about things.
Tell me how to talk to women, bro. I know everything there is to know about women.
Oh, yeah? Why have you never had a girlfriend before?
Because I refuse to commit myself to failure. I know what I'm doing, bro. You treat them like dirt, and they stick like mud.
Is this hot enough for you?
That is all right.
Holy jeez, do we got something over here? How you doing? Oh, yeah. Way to get flexible back there. It's a good stretch. Oh.
You're such an idiot.
I'm a G.
Dude, look at you. You just embarrassed yourself. Smooth move, bro.
Don't post that video, bro.
Oh, don't worry, I won't.
Well, an embarrassing moment for Enzo Amore at the WWE Performance Center. We're going to have to see how things progress over the next couple weeks with Carmella's training. Well, speaking of embarrassing moments, it was Enzo and Big Cass who embarrassed Marcus Louis at TakeOver in that hair versus hair match tonight. Louis with an opportunity to get some revenge, and that matchup is next.
It's coming.
Welcome to entertainment's greatest live event.
The excitement, the energy, the extravagance. Be there live to witness the unparalleled spectacle of WrestleMania. On March 29th, 2015, the biggest event in entertainment comes to the home of the San Francisco 49ers. It's WrestleMania at the brand new Levi's Stadium. Create and share memories that will last a lifetime with a WrestleMania travel package. Exclusive tickets to WrestleMania Access, the 2015 Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and the greatest event in live entertainment, WrestleMania. This Monday, visit WrestleManiaTravel.com to get the best seats and ultimate WrestleMania experience.
Attention, attention. Les légionnaires sont là. Les légionnaires sont arrivés.
Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Sylvester Lefort from Bordeaux, France, weighing 110 kilos, Marcus Louis.
Welcome back here to NXT, and what on earth is Marcus Louis wearing?
What is that? Is it like a wig and wrestling gear? I don't understand.
I tell you, he's not ready to show off the bald head. It takes a lot for a man to get ready to have the confidence to do that.
How did you do it?
Because I have confidence and I look good sporting it. And this is Sylvester's idea. He thinks this looks good. It's going to give Marcus confidence. I happen to disagree.
I say work what you've got. Go with the bald head.
Marcus Louis looks like he looks like a broken man. I mean, we saw what happened at NXT TakeOver when that hair removal goop was dumped on his head.
And let's not.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Sweet headgear, bro. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing?
Marcus Louis looks shook into the core.
Well, Frumpy Dumpy, it looks like in NXT TakeOver, you encountered a problem. 1 + 1 equals 3.14. You ate your pie. And it looks like the pie you ate had an allergic reaction because you lost all your hair. But what kind of pie was it?
I don't know, Zoe. What kind of pie was it? Maybe it was an apple.
How you doing?
Dutch apple.
How you doing?
Pumpkin.
How you doing?
Cherry.
How you doing?
Or pecan.
How you doing?
Dupa! Either way, all your hair fell out of your darn head, and you ain't fooling me with that new do. And there's only one word to describe both you and your head, and I'm gonna spell it out for you.
How you doing?
S-A-W-F-T. How you doing?
I tell you, this was supposed to be a tag team match tonight, but Sylvester Lefort pulled his hamstring.
Oh, really? How did he do that?
Running from Enzo and Big Cass, protecting those long, dark locks. That means so much to him, I guess.
Don't forget, guys, it was Sylvester Lefort who lost the hair versus hair match at TakeOver to Enzo Amore. It was supposed to be Lefort who lost all of his hair. Instead, it was his tag team partner, Marcus Louis, and now he has to walk around with that ridiculous getup on his head.
It's not fair, and I can't imagine that wig looks much better than his bald head.
Well, you think the wig looks any better than that poor poodle that lost all its hair? Of course, before TakeOver, Big Cass and Enzo Amore went to go see their friend Carmella at her hair salon to get some hair removal gel, and they ended up spilling that gel all over one of her clients' dogs. She ended up losing her job and basically said, you know what, you guys owe me. Enzo and Cass, you're gonna train me to become an NXT diva. You owe me.
That is an odd-looking man right there.
It's an angry-looking man.
That's an angry-looking man.
I'm just glad Enzo didn't lose his hair. He puts a ton of work into his. $500 a month on that cheetah hair.
How much?
$500.
I could do that for half the price.
My understanding, though, is that his hairdresser is now out of a job because of what happened at the hair salon with the dog, the poodle there, Fifi, losing all of her hair after the hair removal gel fell on her.
Not a great situation for the hairdresser, but
I wonder if he's gonna have to take care of his own hair from now on. Well, right now, guys, Marcus Louis in firm control of this matchup, and you can tell that he's fired up. You can tell he's angry. You can tell that he's embarrassed.
Oh, and here comes the backer of Big Enzo right there, Big Cass, making sure nothing happens on the outside right there.
And Sylvester Lefort, who's making his way over to Enzo.
Wow, look at that face right there. I'm dying to see what it looks like. I think it will look good.
do you have any tips for him as a bald man?
Yes, make sure you use shaving cream. Do not dry shave or you will break out.
That's a
That's
life
why
lesson
my
to
head looks
everybody.
this good.
What about sunscreen?
Oh, sunscreen every day.
That's important.
Need sunscreen.
At least an SPF 50.
Especially the size of my head. I attract a lot of sun.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, there it is! There it is!
No!
I think it looks good. I like it.
Oh, my God!
It looks terrifying.
Oh,
It looks like powder or sloth.
Well, where did it took off his eyebrows. It took off everything.
Think of the embarrassment this poor man must be feeling. Look at this, Enzo rolling him up for the win, and Enzo gets the victory.
He's trying to pick up his wig.
That is 2 times in a row that Enzo Amore has snuck one out on the Legionnaires.
Marcus is apparently so ugly that when he cries, his tears run down the back of his head to avoid his face. That was a quote from Enzo. Quote from Enzo.
I don't think he looks that ugly.
I vehemently disagree.
Well, let's take one more look. Check it out as Marcus Louis trying to pull Enzo into the ring, and look at that, there goes the headgear of the wig, and what an embarrassing moment.
It doesn't have to be embarrassing, though.
And Enzo able to steal the victory, as you said, second time in a row.
Second time in a row, Enzo pulled one out by the skin of his teeth.
Marcus Louis is seething. Oh my goodness.
As usual, my wife's heart is in the right place. It really is. But I'm Tyson Kidd. My actions speak louder than any words. I don't need anybody, especially my wife, requesting title shots on my behalf. If I want a title shot, I'll simply ask. Now, Adrian Neville, he still has that NXT championship. And I'm gonna take that away from him. I'm gonna take away that NXT championship and all the power it possesses. You see, this is my last chance at the NXT championship, which actually puts all the power in my court. Adrian Neville has lost 2 matches this year, and you're looking at the guy that beat him. I am the next NXT champion. Fact.
One more chance for Tyson Kidd at the NXT Championship. It's his last opportunity. Well, guys, coming up next, it's our main event. It's the first tag team title defense for the Lucha Dragons. They get set to take on the Ascension. It's a takeover rematch. Our main event is next.
WWE and WCW battled for Monday night, but it was another army that took it to the extreme. On the Monday Night War Anytime on Demand, ECW's explosive weapons and rabid fans fed the war from behind.
Eric Bischoff had a blank checkbook signed by Ted Turner. Of course he's going to come after our talent.
But helped introduce a whole new attitude.
If you're so tough, come right here on Raw. Without the ECW influence, I don't know if that war would have been nearly as interesting. as it ended up being.
The Monday Night War. The war gets extreme. Watch anytime, on demand, exclusively on WWE Network.
Sammy, earlier tonight we found out that Tyson Kidd has a last chance match versus Adrian Neville for the NXT Championship. What's your thoughts on that?
Not much of an opinion, really, on the matter. I think it's a little pitiful that his wife kind of had to beg for a title opportunity for him. But, you know, if he's okay with that, I'm okay with that. On the other hand, he is desperate, which makes him dangerous. Although at the same time, Neville has been showing just how desperate he is to hang on to that title these days. So really it could go either way. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm still gunning for that championship one way or the other.
Sami Zayn with his sights set on the NXT Championship. Doesn't care who's holding it. He's focused.
This contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Introducing first at a combined weight of 370 pounds, your NXT Tag Team Champions, Kalisto, Sin-Cara, the Lucha Dragons.
Oh, here we go. It's our main event tonight on NXT. The Lucha Dragons getting set to defend the NXT Tag Team Championships for the first time, and they've got quite a battle on their hands as they get set for their rematch against Connor and Victor, the Ascension.
I tell you what, be careful what you wish for, be careful what you accomplish, because right now you are on top of the food chain and everyone wants a piece of the Lucha Dragons.
It took 344 days for, well, one team, the Lucha Dragons, to finally dethrone Connor and Victor after they mowed through the entire NXT Tag Team division, Renee. And, well, later on during NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way, the Ascension still fired up, still angry. They decided to ruin the debut of Hideo Itami.
It was absolutely brutal. Hideo was getting a standing ovation being presented by the general manager of NXT, William Regal, to only be attacked by the Ascension after they suffered that loss. It was awful, but he handily dealt with them.
I'll tell you what, if I was the Ascension, I'd have eyes on the back of my head and my head on a swivel right now. But I'll tell you, this is what I'm thinking. The Ascension is so used to being the hunted. Now they are the hunter. I want to see what side of the Ascension we get tonight. And I do not envy Lucha Dragons.
Do you think them not being the hunted now makes them more dangerous?
Absolutely. They want what they've had, what they think is theirs.
So here we go, the rematch. The NXT Tag Team Championships, and it's Connor starting off against Sin-Cara. And Connor...
Looking to prove a point.
Yeah, very aggressive at the outset.
Right away.
Cover here. Trying to put away Sin-Cara early on.
Right away, Connor is dictating the pace of this match. He's not...
Another cover here. And again, a kick out.
He's not letting the Lucha Dragons get that steam going, get that fast-paced action, which is what I think took the Ascension out of their game.
Sin-Cara with a back elbow, stunning Connor off the ropes here. Look at that.
Oh.
But Jason, how impressed have you been with the Lucha Dragons since they came together during the tag team?
I tell you, it takes a lot.
Tag made. Here comes Kalisto. Look out, wheelbarrow senton, what an impact! Kalisto trying to go into the cover, not even a 1 count.
Renee, it takes a lot for a team to gel. And a team to gel as quickly as the Lucha Dragons did, that's a once in a lifetime. We don't see that very often. They have gelled so quickly. And they're reaping the benefits of it right now as the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Oh! What teamwork by Connor and Victor. Victor, the legal man, going for the victory. The title's on the line and a kick out by
Did you hear the
Kalisto.
flesh-on-flesh slap on that right there? You can't run through that wall.
How shocked were you that Sin-Cara and Kalisto were able to derail the runaway train that is the Ascension?
Well, I mean, look, the tag titles are back on the line tonight. The Ascension could pick right back off where they started. They could just restart the reign of dominance of the Ascension tonight.
I tell you, with all due respect to the Ascension, I said it before, I feel like once they may have been getting a little complacent. And when complacency sets in, you're ripe for the picking.
Look at Kalisto. Needs to make a tag.
Yes, he does in the worst way right now. Putting himself in danger still.
Very resilient. Look at that.
Pretty.
That
Very
being said, he
nice.
looks to be doing all right right
Very
now.
nice.
It's like a Rey Mysterio.
Kalisto and Sin Cara. Tag
There's a
made the
tag,
NXT
there's a
Tag
tag,
Team
yep.
Champs. And look at this, head scissors takedown and Sin Cara.
beautiful.
Look at the
With
teamwork.
a clothesline into the cover. Trying to put away the
Wow.
Ascension, and Victor able to stay alive in this tag team title matchup.
I don't think I've ever seen a moveset quite like that.
Do you think that they got...
Another tag made, Kalisto the legal man again.
So well together right now. Look at this, look at this.
Look at that
Whoa!
teamwork. Kalisto trying to put away the Ascension, and again, Victor keeping his team alive. Right now, it's Victor that needs to make the tag. Take another look at this.
Look at the athleticism right here. Right on the knees to a forward roll. Get Victor right off the balance. Incredible.
Look at the teamwork.
It's like watching a video game right here. XX square, what's next?
That's what we've come to expect from the Lucha Dragons.
Well, Connor and Victor regain control. Tag made, and now Connor, the legal man, just trying to ground and pound Kalisto into the mat.
This is where the Ascension is so dangerous. When they can dictate the pace of the match.
Look at, I mean, that can't be the only difference either. I mean, look at how big Connor is
I'll
over
tell you,
Kalisto.
Connor just leaning his weight on Kalisto right now.
It's effortless.
Alligator roll.
Throwing him around the ring like a toy.
How dizzy does that
I'll
make
tell you,
you?
not
even
only
regain
does it
your
make you
balance
dizzy,
after
Renee,
that, as a high flyer.
Cover here for the titles. Is it enough? No, a kick out by Kalisto. It's going to disorient you.
It disorients.
Another cover here. Again for the titles, and again Kalisto not quitting. Back into the cover.
Wow. The resilience. Not only does it disorient you, but it takes your pride that a man can throw you around the ring that easily.
Now some near falls as the Ascension looking to regain the NXT Tag Team Championships. They were so dominant. And Renee, talking to the NXT locker room, do you think that Connor and Victor not only were surprised, but maybe a little embarrassed as well that they lost the TakeOver?
Of course they were. I mean, I think they were expecting to walk in there and walk out again as champs and continue on to 345 days, but that wasn't the case. No one's going to walk away from a championship match the loser and feel good about themselves.
Tag made, Victor now the legal man. The Ascension utilizing the 5 count, again into the cover for the titles. New champions here, no. It's a lot of fight in Sin Cara and Kalisto.
It's amazing that just 2 weeks ago, Lucha Dragons dethroned the NXT champions of 344 days, and here they are in a rematch already. That's amazing.
Right now, Kalisto desperately needs to make a tag as Victor has him tied up. Sin Cara chomping at the bit to get into the ring. Can the Lucha Dragons withstand the Ascension in their first NXT Tag Team title defense? We find out as NXT rolls on.
I'm a warrior who can text at the speed of light.
The Celtic Crusader doesn't fight much crime.
Shenanigans! I'm sensing a bully.
But he's brogue-kicking bullying with his super speed texting tips.
And the Celtic Crusader saves the day!
Join the Celtic Crusader and play the bully text game. Text STAR to 38383.
Taco stand against beauties. Darn you, autocorrect.
You don't have to be super, just super-ish.
Any cause, any time, anywhere.
Welcome back to NXT. The NXT Tag Team Championships are on the line. The newly crowned Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto and Sin Cara, in a rematch tonight here against the Ascension. They held those championships for almost a year. Right now, it's Connor and Victor in control. New champions here, perhaps a kick out by Kalisto. Victor trying to end things.
I'll tell you, this is why they're so good. They have cut this ring off in half. Kalisto hasn't made it, well, this is probably the furthest he's made it to his side of the ring, all match.
Jason, do you think that we'll ever
Cover
see
here.
a team
Again,
as
a kick out.
dominant as the Ascension?
You know, I don't know. I can tell you right now that the NXT roster is very deep. Some great tag teams yet to be seen. It could happen, but I don't want to predict that.
Wow.
Big shoes to fill.
Cover here again for the titles. They're on the line. And again, Kalisto stays alive. I mean, the resiliency, that's what Kalisto is all about.
Well, you know, I actually talked to Kalisto and Sin Cara, and they said that you don't hope for it, you fight for it. And that's exactly what we got to see from TakeOver. Hopefully they can implement that into their game plan today.
I personally think Kalisto may be the smartest person in all of NXT.
Why is that?
Look what he did. You know what? He had a couple of partners that weren't working out. What did he do? He went and he got Sin Cara to be his tag team partner, and look what it's done. It's taken them to the top of NXT.
Right now, Kalisto in a bad way. Connor with him in that backbreaker, racking up the top rope. Victor coming down with a double axe handle.
That's gotta be
New
it.
champion's here. Cover, Victor hooking the leg, and again a kick out. Kalisto desperately needs to make a tag, and look at the impact. As Victor again going for the victory. Championships are on the line,
You
and
see
so
frustration
far,
sitting in Victor right now. Frustration's got to be setting in right now.
So far, it's been close, but not enough.
Kalisto needs to get Sin Cara involved.
Sin Cara desperately trying to will his teammate back into this matchup. But Renee, as we've seen before, if there's anybody that can just kind of spring back up and find that burst of energy, it's Kalisto.
No question. That's what we've come to expect from Kalisto.
I just don't know if he has enough energy to do it.
You know, when you're
He's
talking
got to
about
make that tag. He's got to make.
These are the former
Look
tag
how Victor
champs.
puts himself in between him and his partner. Beautifully done. That is why they've been champions this long.
Beautifully
Or were
dividing the ring.
champions this long.
Tag made, and Connor back into the ring. Look at this. Fantastic teamwork, and what an impact. Cover here for the championships.
Wow.
Again, Kalisto stays alive right back into the cover. Is it enough? No.
We're getting close
Amazing.
here.
That's amazing. Do you guys realize that Kalisto, as big as he is, which isn't very big, is taking a beating and keeps on staying alive?
But this is twice now that the Ascension have been seconds away from being renamed the tag team champions.
Look at this here, just going back to the early strategy that the Ascension took, and that's to ground and pound Kalisto and Sin Cara. Right now, Connor just wrapping those big tree trunks of legs right around the kidneys and trying to restrict the airflow of Kalisto.
I tell you, and make no mistake about it, Ascension learned something from that match. They let Kalisto and Sin Cara dictate the pace. And what is Ascension best at? Why have they been as good as they are? Ground and pound, and that's what they're doing right now.
Kalisto's getting close here.
Look at Victor again, positioning himself right in between Kalisto in the corner, Jason. Cover here, championships on the line, and again, Kalisto staying alive, somehow finding the will to power out of the pinfall.
Boy, does he have to get his partner in the worst way right now.
Sin Cara trying to get the NXT Universe on their side.
Victor, and look out. There's the tag off the top rope. Sin Cara fresh into the match. He's been waiting.
Sin Cara cannot afford to
Here he is
make a
again.
mistake, baby.
Flying crossbody.
Veteran luchador.
Sin Cara
Look at
again.
that.
Look at that. What athleticism. Hook of the leg here to retain the titles.
The pace picked up. This is the pace is picking up right now
This is the
in
last
favor
thing.
of Lucha Dragons. Ascension did not want this to happen.
Tag made. Kalisto, the legal man.
This is the last thing that Victor needed.
Back elbow right into the chin. Out goes Sin Cara.
You
This
gotta
could be the
figure.
opening the Ascension needs. Wait a minute. Hideo Itami.
I said it earlier, they may have picked a fight with someone they're going to regret picking it with.
Said keep your head on a swivel.
Guys, this match is still going on, and look at Kalisto. SDS for the championships. And the Lucha Dragons retain.
Here are your winners and still NXT Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Dragons.
Oh, look out, Connor going right after Itami, but look at Hideo Itami sending a message. After the 2-on-1 attack last week by the Ascension, Hideo Itami making a statement here tonight on NXT.